Hey, how's it going, guys? Oh man, I am sick as all hell. I wasn't really planning on doing a devlog, but I'm gonna take another couple of days of bed rest. So it's like, I might as well just show you what I got. Cause I have been trying to like get out of bed because I hate staying in bed and doing a little bit, but then the virus just beats me down. It's like go back to bed. So, anyways, I worked a little bit on my build mode, and this kind of game like RPGs just in general, they're just a bunch of mini games stuck together. Because you have the stats, the inventories, the sorting the inventories, the everything, the battles, the combat system. It's all like a bunch of games mashed into one. And I keep seeing on the how do I like people trying to make RPGs as the first game is like, don't do that. Learn how to do the stuff that you want to do first. Make little bits, like little projects of just like an inventory system or whatever. Right? It's gonna make your life so much easier because then you're just gonna get stuck trying to do something that you have no idea how to. And to explain, I'll show you in a second this inventory system, and you're gonna see for yourself. It's like, okay, how would somebody explain to this very quickly on the forums? They wouldn't. It would be like a wall of text. Anyways, check this out. So I'm gonna hit a button. I gave myself some tiles, and now I'm gonna open the inventory system. Check that out. Tile inventory. So now we select this stuff, and by the way, this is all placeholder, right? Uh, you can sort this, and you'll remember the positions. Like for example, I can take the ladder and I can put it on the first try, on the first slot, and then it's like, I don't want this close. I'm gonna put it there. And the stairs, I don't use that very often, so it's gonna go down there as well. I close. I go about my game. Now I open again, and there it is. You know, I can save the game, reload, and it's gonna always remember where it is, and I can easily swap between these, right? Then when you're satisfied, you're like, okay, I'm gonna start with this. So you press the action key, you're gonna select it, and then you're gonna place the blocks, right? Let's say that way, and then one of those. Now you can close completely, like so, or when you're done, right? Or you can open, select, and then you can press the cancel button, and you go back to the menu, just like that. And then you select the stuff you want, and then you create it. All right. So you go back, you grab this stuff, and it's like, wait, what did I grab? Nothing. Okay, genius. There you go. Yeah, if you don't select anything, then he does nothing, right? All right, let's go like that. Now we go back. Now I want some stairs. And then I make some stairs there. And then I just exit out completely. So now I get to go up and then use the stairs. Also, I fixed the bug report thing. It wasn't a bug. It was my brain was bugged, right? I screwed up something. Anyway, so this works, right? I'm working on the build system. And this is what I meant, right? The build system, also you can delete them, right? You can either select one of these or you can select an empty one and then you press the delete key like that and it just deletes whatever, right? So anyways, this is what I was talking about. Doing stuff like it seems really easy, right? Oh my god. Always with the loud bikes whenever I'm recording. Not even getting a break when I'm sick. My god. Where do I complain? Anyways, this kind of stuff. This might seem simple, right? It's like, oh yeah, you select this one, then you select this one, then you swap them, right? And doing the saving and all that, it seems kind of simple, but it really isn't. All right, let me close this. Now, given what you're going to see is still developer mode. Because the way I do things is I break stuff apart that's very complicated so my brain doesn't fry. I break it all apart and then I put it together little by little. And then at the end, when I'm happy with the result, I make it all into one single event. Right? But it starts here on build mode. Right? And then you have all this sort of stuff. Like you need to you activate the build mode. And then the build mode goes into two phases, right? You have the inventory and you have the edit mode, right? So, and this stuff is all massive. All right, there's so much of this. I'm not gonna attempt to explain this because my brain is shot. Like I might not seem like it, but I'm really really sick. I've been like really horrible, like fever and stuff like that. But yeah, so this is already massive. Then I'd show the slots. Then you have the edit mode. Then the select cursor, because you need to have a cursor for each, right? One for selecting, one for the build cursor. They need to be different. Kinda. I mean, I can get rid of one of them easily. But when you're creating this stuff, it's easier to just put it all together. Then you have the actual build tiles. You have how to build and how to destroy. All right. So there's so much of this. Now you tell me, like, if you decide to do this stuff as your first project, you're just like, hey man, I saw that Minecraft, I want to make one. And then you start, well, the world building, that's kind of easy, right? The generation. The making a simple inventory, again, that is kind of easy. But the issue is when you start getting into the sorting part. Like, look at this. This is the sorting bit. The one where you select an item and then you hover over a different item, then you press that one and it swaps their position. You have to have a bunch of distinguishments between them, right? So if sort is pressed, if the sort of select cursor is true, if the sort of select tiles, which is the tiles in the inventory, if that one's true, and then we're gonna set the select tiles to this position we're gonna save, because when you swap between two tiles, you can't just say, hey, swap A for B. That doesn't work. Because how do you do it? You're going to say, hey, swap the A to the B position and then the B to the A position. But you already swapped the A for the B. So now the A is the same as the B. So if you say, hey, swap the B for the A, it's just going to stay in the same place. Because GDev reads from top to bottom, has a priority list, and it goes, hey, you switch this one, and then you're going to switch this one. Oh my God. Dying. Right. So how do you do it? You save the position of the first one. So you say, when you click the A, you save A's position to some variables. And then you select the B, and you say, now the A goes towards the B position. And now you say the B goes to the A position that's stored in the variables. So there's this like back and forward, right? You need to, I don't know. It's a bit of a puzzle, right? So you need to work all of this stuff out. And then you need to save it into global variables so it always knows where it is, right? So we have sorting, position save, and then you have, right? This I need to mix this into one single group to make it easy for myself. But this was just to sort it out, right? To work it out in my head. Because then you need to know when the position is saved or when it's not saved. And the reason you do this is you sort your inventory, right? And now you grabbed a new item. Now the new item needs to go through the process that the other items you already had went through. So you need to have an arrangement for when the tile is seen in the inventory for the first time, and he like selects the nearest slot that's empty. And then after that, and then when that happens, it gets saved. So after that, when you open up the inventory, the item goes on to the place where you saved it to. I'm sorry if that doesn't make sense, but that's my best. Anyways, it's a lot of mind work, right? You need to work all this stuff out. Then cancel buttons, all this stuff. Select tiles. the building parts, whatever. The select tiles is see, this stuff is the easy part. It's like when your cursor's in collision and you press a button, then the cursor now you get this this text that says, "Hey, is it a rock? Is it a ladder? Is it the stairs?" Right? And then when you go into the edit mode, if it says stairs, then you build the stairs. If it says rock, you build a rock. You know, that part's easy, and I can explain that, and I can make it like a quick temple, not a temple, a template for people to see how it works. It's the sorting part and the saving part and all this stuff that's like a freaking nightmare. So, anyways, but it works, and yeah, that's basically all I've done, if I'm not mistaken. Which is a lot. That's the thing. It seems easy, but it's quite a lot, right? This whole making this stuff work, right? So if I press the button, right, because you're gonna have to pick up your own tiles. But right now we're in testing mode. We're in creative. We want to see if stuff works. So I press a button. I give myself a bunch of items, and as you can tell, it always goes into that order, right? First, and then we can swap it around, because this was one of the things, one of the details I was thinking about the moment I made this. I was like, I could just make this. I could just make a simple inventory, and whenever you open, it's gonna give you the predetermined sorting thing, right? It's always gonna be like that no matter what. Okay. But then I was thinking about this. When you're exploring, all right? Okay. Now we got here, and you're like, man, I want to go back. Okay, so we go into here, go ladder, and then we make a ladder, right? And now we're able to go back. Right? So then we get it here again. Okay, now we're able to get out of the hole. So I was thinking, there's going to be tiles that are going to use way more than anything else, right? So if ladders are there, it's going to be annoying, right? Every time you want to build a ladder, it's going to be you open, you go here. You open, you go there. It's awful. Why are these invisible? Why is that one invisible? See, you find bugs always when you're working this stuff out. It's working. I don't know why these are hidden. What the heck? I don't know. I need to work that out later. Anyways, the point was, instead of always going into the middle of nowhere, you can just grab that, put it there. Now every time you want to build a ladder, you just, there you go. Right? So that was the game design choice, right? So I was like, I want to do sorting. No. So they're showing. They're still showing. What happened? What did I do to make it like go invisible? I don't get it. It's working now. Is it because I gave myself items? Anyways, I want to go bed. I want to go to bed and rest. It's working. Wait, where's the rest of my... Where's the rest of my map? It's still being... Oh, it's still being generated. Oh yeah, I restarted, didn't I? See? This is why you should never work when you're sick. But yeah, whatever. It happened. I'll fix it. Right. So, where do we go from here? I was thinking, as I was laying in bed, I was watching a lot of, not watching, I was listening to, right? I was listening to a lot of Minecraft and Terraria and Starbound playthroughs just to try and see like what is it about those games and how can I make my game unique, right? How can I make it completely apart from those? So here's what I got to, right? And what I started like thinking about the direction of this game. So Minecraft is, well, the combat in Minecraft isn't all that special, right? It's kind of like an FPS, but you know you have some melees. Is it all melee? I forget now. But what? No, because you can have bow and arrows, right? I forget now. Anyways, doesn't matter. But it's isn't all that exciting. And then you have Terraria, which is a bit more exciting, but it's more of like a bullet hell kind of stuff. And the same thing with Starbound. So then I was like, what if I keep the building and the RPG aspects and all that stuff the same, you know, say because it works, right? Um, so you have the building mode, you have the adventure mode, right? That you can do in the game, but then the combat, I'm gonna make it instead of just that simple stuff where you find an enemy and you go and you hit it, right? That kind of stuff, and it's all very simple. I'm gonna make it more like a beat 'em up, right? Maybe even do like a combo system. But what I really want to do is I want it to feel good. I want it to like press the button multiple times, and each time we can do like a different slash. And I also want to do like air combat, right? So I want to hit up and then my attack button, and it's gonna send the enemy flying, and then I can jump and hit him in the air. That kind of stuff. I think that would be so cool. And I think that would like set my game apart from a lot of these games because I don't know. I don't think there's a beat 'em up builder kind of game, right? So that's what I want to go with. It's not exactly beat 'em up. It's more like think like old school, like sort of like Streets of Rage mixed with Marvel versus Capcom, right? Essentially, it's gonna be like a Capcom game, like a Devil May Cry game, where you're doing your stuff, you're doing the building, but then when it comes to combat, you can do cool stuff like sending the enemies flying and then jumping and then hitting them. And while you're hitting them, maybe you get like a an air time where you get stuck in the air, kind of like you jump and you go like that, and then you can hit them, and then your character falls down again or something like that, right? I think that'd be way cool. That would be so cool. It would be like, oh, it's just like a crappy version of Terraria or Minecraft or whatever, and then you go getting into the combat system, and it's like, oh my god, this is wicked, right? So that's what I'm gonna be aiming for. That's the how I'm gonna set my game apart. So that's how I was thinking about the whole thing. It's like, how can I make this game completely different from these other games? And it's not gonna look very pretty because I suck at pixel art. I'm not an artist. I'm not gonna make this game isn't gonna look much better than it is right now. I'm gonna do my best, but and it's not gonna be as complex as Minecraft or Terraria because I'm one guy making this game. And but I can, I think I can do like a really cool combat system, and I'm gonna try really hard to make that happen. Anyways, I feel like complete crap. I'm gonna go to bed. I hope you guys enjoyed. And if you listen all the way to the end and you're one of the newer subscribers, man, I'm so grateful. Like people keep subscribing. And if you're a concurrent viewer, again, I'm so grateful as well because you guys just keep coming back, and I keep seeing like the same people commenting now, and it's really nice, right? I say you're all appreciated. Okay. Well, it is nice that people keep coming back, new people keep joining, and it's all love. I appreciate all of you. Okay. So thank you so much. Anyways, I'm off. I hope you guys, you know, have a good time doing whatever it is you guys are doing, and stay safe. And until the next video, yeah, just that. Stay safe, stay cool, and peace out, guys.